1 billion tokens. $0. Not a free trial. Not a limited demo. 1 billion tokens every single month, routed through a single API endpoint that works with any tool that speaks OpenAI. Cursor, Python SDK, any chatbot you've ever built. A Microsoft designer figured out how to stack the free tiers of 14 different AI providers into one unified gateway. 5,800 developers started in 5 weeks. This is FreeLLMAPI, and this is how it works. Tashfeen Ahmed is a senior product designer at Microsoft. He works on Microsoft 365 Copilot during the day. At night, he built a side project that might be the most clever use of free tier economics I've seen this year. FreeLLMAPI. Open source, MIT license, TypeScript. It runs on 40 megabytes of RAM. You can literally deploy it on a Raspberry Pi. 36 days after launch, 5,783 stars, 866 forks, 10 contributors, and it's still climbing. Here's the insight that makes this work. Every major AI provider offers a free tier. Mistral gives you roughly a billion shared tokens. Groq gives you 30 million per model. Google Gemini, 3 million per model. Cerebras, 30 million shared. OpenRouter has 19 free models, including DeepSeek, Kimi, and Quen. Cloudflare Workers AI, 20 million tokens. GitHub Models gives you access to GPT 4.1 and GPT 4.0. Then there's Sambanova, Cohere, NVIDIA NIM, Hugging Face, and Z.I. Individually, each free tier is limited, but stacked together, 800 million to 1.3 billion tokens per month. FreeLLMAPI takes all 14, puts them behind one OpenAI-compatible endpoint, and handles the routing for you. You send a request to localhost 3001. FreeLLMAPI checks which provider has a healthy key under its rate limit. It decrypts the key, AES 256 encrypted at rest, and calls the provider. If that provider returns a 429, a server error, or times out, the router marks that key for cooldown and immediately retrieves the next provider in the chain. Up to 20 automatic retrieves per request. Sticky sessions keep you on the same provider for about 30 minutes, so you don't get mid-conversation model switching. Every response includes an X-routed via header, so you know exactly which provider served it. All of this, a 40 megabyte node process backed by SQLite. Now here's where most people would stop the video. But FreeLLMAPI does something I've almost never seen in an open source project. It publishes a full terms of service compliance matrix, provider by provider. Groq, Cerebras, Mistral, OpenRouter. Likely okay for personal use. Google Gemini and Hugging Face. Use with caution. GitHub Models and NVIDIA name. Evaluation only. Cohere. Their trial terms explicitly forbid personal use. And Sambanova, Cloudflare, Z.ai. Ambiguous. The README says this in plain text. This is for personal experimentation and learning, not production. Free tiers have no SLAs. Intelligence degrades as daily caps deplete. Latency varies. If you need reliability, pay for an API. So, what do you actually do with this? If you're learning to build AI apps and you can't justify $50 a month in API costs, this is your sandbox. Clone the repo. Paste your free tier keys into the dashboard. Point cursor or your Python SDK at localhost 3001. Build, experiment, break things. When something works and you need reliability, graduate to a paid tier. FreeLLMAPI isn't replacing paid APIs. It's removing the excuse that you can't afford to start. A Microsoft designer stacked 14 free tiers into one endpoint. 5,800 developers agreed it was worth starring. Comment free API below, and I'll send you the free FreeLLMAPI Operator Playbook, the full provider list, token budgets, and 2S compliance matrix on one page. Bite size AI drops on Instagram. Deep dives here on YouTube. Subscribe early. Win early.